Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I'm taking a look at The Floor is Jelly. So it's kind of a weird name, but you will definitely see why as soon as we start playing. So this is a game by Ian Snyder, and it is available now to purchase for $10, and of course I will link to where you can purchase the game, but it is also on Steam Greenlight, and I think that you should vote for it. I already have, and I'm telling you today why you should. So I'm just going to jump right in. So this is just kind of a little intro test sort of thing. Kind of creating the world. But our world proper will begin here in just a moment. And what a beautiful world it is. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a lot of things that I really like about this game. There's only really one thing that I don't like, and I'm going to just get that out of the way. No controller support for right now. I haven't tried messing around with joy to key or anything, and it can get a little bit framey, but I mean that's to be expected. As you can see, we've got quite the complex stuff going on with all the floor everywhere, because the floor literally is jelly. So you can see that frog there is kind of showing me how to do it. And we're just kind of going through these doors right now. Really great music. I love the visuals as well. I think that is probably one of the really strong points of this game is the visual style. And as you can imagine, these are not good for us, so it's just kind of showing you an example there, and we'll just kind of jump over them. So you can actually, if you're good at getting the jelly stuff down, you can just go right through that. So I did play about an hour, maybe, of this, and I was, again, as with a couple other games recently, I had a really hard time stopping. It's a really beautiful game. It's fun to play. I guess, obviously it is a platformer, but I think probably the platformer that I would most readily compare it to would be Super Meat Boy. And that may not be as apparent just looking at it, but like playing it, it feels so much like Meat Boy, which is always a good thing. So, and this is like perfect example. This is a totally Meat Boy style obstacle that we got to navigate here. Yeah, sorry, it might get a little framey while I'm recording. Actually had a couple times when I was playing the game before starting recording where it also started to chug a little bit, but I really liked that part too. It took me a minute to figure out how to do that. And then we've got kind of these Doctor Who style telephone booths. And the nice thing is that, that's not our only environment. I'm not sure how much you can hear of the sound, because as always with my videos, I've got it turned down a little bit. But the sound has changed in this area to sound as if we are underwater. So this actually brings me to kind of the form of the game, if you will. So we've got these doors, and then we've got these windows that we go through, right? And through each window, so like if I were to go up through the upper path here, to the right there, it would take me to another window, and what I need to do is go through each of the 3 windows in this section, and then that door will open and take me to another section. And I'm not sure how many of those doors there are yet. I got through the first one, and that took me I don't know, maybe like 45 minutes or so, and then I started working on the second one. So so far it seems like it's got a pretty decent length to it. But I think, like, for me, like, the biggest selling point of this is the controls, because if you're going to have a platformer, it needs to have really tight controls, and this does. Like, oh, I love this too. I don't know if they'll well, I can do it more here. All these little pieces of grass, they kind of like blow up into trees and bushes and stuff when you hit them. It is a really beautiful environment. That is kind of another thing that really kind of sets this apart from some other platformers. So see, like, you can see it started to get a little framey there when the kind of wisp of smoke showed up. But that's okay. I mean, it is not the end of the world. Besides, I'm on my laptop, so I don't know. That could just be an issue with my system as well. That is that's the fun with computers. So, then we can go through there, and a really nice animation to get through there, actually. And we can move on, and we've got these, like, pretty little birds around. As I said before, I'm super impressed with the environments of everything. I'm probably not going to play for too long, just because a lot of it is about kind of discovering how to, I mean, you know, these are puzzles, technically, which is another big difference between this and Meat Boys. These are more, a lot of times, puzzle-like. And as you could imagine, they're often physics-based puzzle. Which, Meat Boy is not a physics-based puzzler. Not really. So, you know, what I'm basically getting at is, like, this is not a question of why get this if I already have Meat Boy, because it's not Meat Boy. But control-wise, if I was going to compare it to one platformer, it would be Meat Boy. And that is, like, a huge compliment to Ian Snyder, because Meat Boy has super tight controls. And so does this. I haven't felt like the floor being jelly has held me back from doing what I need to do here. Also, this is going fairly fast because I have done this before, like I said. And it will take longer if it's your first try. Because, like, I mean, I played this yesterday, but even so, the controls have stuck with me. Like, but for the first half hour or so, you're kind of like, oh, this is so weird. The controls, not really the controls per se, but like dealing with the fact that the floors are made of jelly takes a little bit of getting used to. Oh no. I also like the character. I like his animation. He's really kind of plain, but I think that's okay. I think he fits in with his world pretty well. Okay. So it looks like we've got a couple more of these. I'll probably just try and complete that door / window, and probably call it good there. Let's see, was there anything? Yeah, so let's see, I can go like this. Oh, that was not what I wanted. So I guess the other big thing I need to mention is, like I said, this is on Greenlight, and I personally think that everyone should go vote for this, especially if you like platformers. It would be a little silly to not see this on Greenlight. The kind of prevailing thought that I had while playing this the entire time was, how in the world is this not on Steam already? Because it feels polished enough, it feels good enough, it's, you know, it's definitely well done enough that it should be on Steam. But it isn't, because of the, you know, just because of kind of how the Greenlight program works, and that's, you know, that's fine. It's kind of a formality, but what that means is that we need to help Ian Snyder out and help him get his game on Steam, because I think it should be. And, you know, whether that means to help you want to just vote and then wait until it's on Steam, or what I would suggest is buy the game now and vote for green light, because I'm sure financial support is also very helpful. Seems fairly reasonable that financial support would be helpful. I'm probably... I don't know, I'm doing this backwards from how I did it yesterday. I went through the left side first yesterday, so I'm gonna go see what that changes, if anything. Because I don't particularly remember where this starts me. Oh, it just starts me. That's actually really good. Because I wanted to go down here. And there. Woo. I will... Let's see, I need to get to an area with water, because there is a whole water mechanic to the game as well. And the way that works is that the water is on the bottom half and actually flips your gravity, which is pretty neat. Is that all of them now? Let's see. Yep. Woo! Alright, there we go. So I should be able to get us to an area with water, and then I will probably wrap this up. So, as you can see there, I just kind of opened up the first area there. So, kind of my overall thoughts, just to kind of summarize everything that I've been saying. Control-wise, this is like the tightest feeling platformer that I've played since Super Meat Boy. For sure. That's like without a doubt, that is how I feel about it. And that is that's really good praise. For anyone that's played Meat Boy, and I mean most people have, you know that's huge praise to hear that it controls as nicely as that. I do also like that the windows have the little white dots circling them to signify that that's an area where you need to still get something. It's pretty helpful. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's these as well, which not only work as jump pads, but they are also really nice sounding. Because they play kind of a... I don't know, it almost sounds like a sitar. Well, I don't think we'll be getting to the water, but I can show you these. So that's the thing, right? In this first area, there were 3 things we needed to go do, and each area, kind of mini area of it, each had a different kind of mechanic to it, right? So the mechanic in the first area that we did was gathering the light. The mechanic in this area is flipping the world using the switches here. And then the mechanic in the third area, which we won't get to today, but you will be able to see if you get the game for yourself, is the water. So that's also a big plus from my point of view, is that no one thing is ever really around too long, you know? So it never really gets old, any of the mechanics, I've found anyways. And I don't know if that trend continues on through the rest of the game. It would be a little wild if it does, because I mean, I don't know how long it is, but even so, even having these 3 mechanics all feel really, really well, on top of good platforming controls, on top of the fact that the physics for the floors and walls made of jelly all work. It's kind of a lot of stuff going on. So to kind of finish what I was talking about, so that was kind of my overall thoughts on the design of the game are very positive. I'm having a really good time, as I'm sure you can tell. Art-wise, I think it is a beautiful game. Of course, I mentioned that a little earlier. But I'm pretty sure this is what I want to do, unless I'm just... maybe not. Maybe I'm just misremembering how I did that. Oh yeah, that would make a little more sense. I probably spent time doing it just like that yesterday, too. I have that problem with puzzle games sometimes. Not that this is, like, exactly a puzzle game. But it's definitely got puzzle elements. Okay, yeah, and then this one took a while as well. But I think what I did was I kind of fell into it, and then I was able to catch the wall to the left here. And I don't know if that's actually doing it right, but it works. So there's that. Yeah, so art-wise, very, very beautiful game. Just relaxing. Like, really everything about it. I was gonna say the music as well, but I mean, I think you can hear that for yourselves already. The whole game is just super relaxing. Yeah, I don't think that's what I wanted. Woo. Huh. Does that work though? And that's always a big compliment from me. If I find your game to be relaxing, that is something that I kind of take pretty seriously. I know that's kind of my one big issue actually with Meat Boy is that game is about as far as you can get from being relaxing, because it can be super frustrating. But like, I have not found anything in this to be frustrating. Although for some reason I don't know what I'm doing in this one puzzle. Is this right? Yeah, okay. Weird. I don't seem to remember it taking that many rotations yesterday, but I may have also done it a different way yesterday. I don't think we are too far from the end of this section, if I'm remembering right. And of course I always like to wrap these up kind of answering who this is for. And I think the obvious answer here is for anyone who likes platformers. But kind of the not so obvious answer is also anyone who is just in the mood for kind of a relaxing experience, because it, like I was just saying, it really is just a super relaxing experience. And that's generally how I feel about the game so far. None of the platforming is like overly difficult. At least I don't think so. I mean, I haven't ran into anything that was too bad. Once I got used to navigating the jelly, everything felt really, really great, and it still does. It feels wonderful. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna kind of go out on a limb here and say that even if you're not normally into platformers, maybe give this one a try. I mean, I guess it depends on why you're not into platformers typically. But I am kind of the opinion right now that this is good for really just about anyone. Sorry, I'm trying to... Whoa, okay. Just kind of glitched through that wall there, that's alright. Nothing game breaking, right? Where are we? Huh. Sometimes I get a little lost. But that's okay. I mean, it never... See, there we go. It never takes too long to kind of figure out where you're going. Yeah, I just wanted to see if I can find a little bit of the water. Perfect. To kind of show you how this kind of puzzle works. So, like I said, we get kind of a reverse effect of the gravity, which I think is really cool. I like seeing that kind of stuff. It actually reminds me a lot of... There is a game on PlayStation, PS3, called Ibn Ob, and it's actually a co-op game, but that game plays with all of this, like, gravity stuff like this. And of course, as I said, this mechanic is also just super well done, so there's that. Everything works really well. So, you know, it's kind of a physics-based puzzle platformer, in a way, I guess you could call it. And it succeeds on all of those levels, in my opinion. Woo! Besides the fact that it's beautiful, sounds beautiful, fun to play, super relaxing. Yeah, I'm probably gonna call it here, I think. Maybe I'll just finish up this puzzle here and we will call it good. Like I said, I will put all relevant links in the description so that you can check out Ian Snyder's website and buy the game now if you'd like, and also so that you can go vote for this on Greenlight. And please do, because I think that it would, I mean, I really feel that it would be a shame if this game did not get on Greenlight. I'm enjoying really every minute that I've spent with it. There's not really much that I have found wrong with the game, except for controller support, but that can always be added later. And I don't think that's really a game breaker. You know, it only uses a couple buttons. So, I will kind of wrap it up here, though. Comment, as always, if there's anything that you feel like you want to comment on. Subscribe to my channel for more of my videos every single day. And if you like The Floor is Jelly, or if you like my Look At series, then please consider clicking the like button, because that could help me out a lot, and I appreciate everything that you do to help. So with all of that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.